Alright, you're joining me as I do some wiring salad. So, number one is going to the black wire. Ooh, it should be soldering these. I don't care. And I'm not doing it, so rod off politely. But they're going to fail if you don't put them together like that. Well, they're not going to really, are they? So this is going to be very boring for this bit. Number one is to the black wire. There we go, lovely. So they're together. And then I need to put that in with that and crimp it. Hopefully I've done that right. Yes, I should be soldering them, but I don't have a soldering iron, so I don't care and I don't want to. This is my Chigee thing, that one of the cameras basically went duff on it and failed. This is the new one. And a bike thing, because they have a really good warranty process. They're very helpful. And they just asked me to strip the thing down and send it to them. So I did. And they obviously did their little bit of fault finding on it. So I'm quite sniffy today, because I'm fucking allergic to grass, like most other people in the UK, I guess. Are we in? Is that in? Oh my god, it's in. I sent it off to them, and they said it was just the rear camera that had failed. So they replaced it, sent me it back, and it has taken me quite a while to get to it. So here we are. I also had some headlight drama, and while it was down, while it was stripped down, I'll show you in a bit. While it was stripped down, BMW Assist sorted that out for me as well, which was very nice of them. I had somebody asking about money for my last little Spain trip, and in terms of that, the ferry was 450 something, I think it was 450 something, and that was, I think I found there was an offer on at the time, which was like, book it as a flexi and you save a bit of money, blah blah blah. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug all of this in and make sure that it all works before I make sure all the cameras work before I route it all and bang it all away and everything like that. So I'm going to do that now. Yeah, so ferry was 450 quid, and I have a cabin with that because I'm a snob. I do that basically either way, so whether I'm travelling for 4 hours doing the short crossing from like England to France, or I'm doing the really long one from Santander, I always book a cabin just because shower, toilet, etc. and I'm not sat with everyone fucking getting moaned at and having to deal with loads of people and stuff, because that is not my vibe in the slightest. How am I going to do this? Right, let's do that, and let's get this little cable out. Right, I'm going to plug this in, make sure that this works. I don't know what this fucking angle's looking like at the moment, but if you don't like it, turn it off. Oh, where's my keys? I left them there, didn't I, on purpose? Oh, you should be using electrical tapes on your connections before you do things like this. I don't care. In the style of some plumber dude that my mate follows. 1 camera, 2 camera, both cameras working. Lovely. Switch that off. Boom. Right, so that works. Now, build it all up and mount it. It's time to change the camera angle. Now my music started because I just connected that. That's gone. Right, so this Chigee mount thing. Right, let's do this first, and then, as you can see, so the easiest way that I found for this to, it's not that one, is it? For mounting this is, well, I had all the wiring like behind it before, and I'll show you where I put all that, but I felt like it was slightly interfering with my steering lock, and I didn't really like it, so I decided to be, what the fuck is going on? So I decided I'd be a knobhead, strip everything down, and when I did that, it's going to be that one, isn't it? So I decided to strip everything down and put it all back in. So I basically had it all like tucked in, kind of like in that like crevice there. But I decided I'm going to find another spot to put it all. So I did that, and I managed to find this rather convenient spot for all the wiring, right behind the kind of headlight cowl type thing. I imagine this is really fucking boring. For everyone, what the fuck is going on with that one? Oh, you should be using a torque wrench, don't over torque it. Well, I'm not over torquing it. I'm doing a lot of this by feel, and I did do a lot of mechanicking back in my day, so I kind of know what I'm doing, but not really. Yeah, that one is good enough. Next one, the biggest one. I hope this wonderful view is good. I've got some neck mounted hanger thing for the camera. I was going to go full Francis Bourgeois and have the the face mounted thing, but I thought, you know, I'll avoid that. I already get enough comments, people telling me off for fucking swearing, but somebody's now going to be saying, oh, you should be using Loctite. Well, maybe I should, but in all honesty, I don't give a fuck, so I don't care really. Wait until you see me putting all the screws back in on the body panel, and then you'll have a proper shit fit. Right, we're done there. Okay. This bit might be boring, so this bit might be getting skipped, FYI. Okay. So basically, I had all the wiring in that stuffed in there, which is why I've got a shitload of electrical tape and some cable ties to help me out in a minute. But what I am going to do is whip this off. Oh yeah, I did them. These bits are all still unbolted from before, so my S1000XR just doesn't fall apart like it does there. And a lot of my screws are all hidden away in various bits. Right then, let's do this. I'm going to do this like I did it last time, and I'm just going to try. That one needs to come out, doesn't it? What is that size? T40, T25? T25. Oh, don't use that. You're going to fucking break your thing. I'm on a really low torque, so I'm not. Oh yeah, stash that down there. Lovely. Is this where it really should be? Unlikely, but is this where I'm going to put it? Yes, it fucking is. Do I want to make this a bit easier for myself? Already under there, and then I can tie that up properly when I get to it, and the next time the other panels come off properly, I will do that. But that's not for a while, so this can all go back in. Oh, you should be using a fucking torque wrench. Well, I'm not going to, because this has got an adjustable clutch and I've put it on really low for that exact reason. So, should I pull that through there? No, because I did that before and it wasn't very good, was it? That was how I had it, and that worked great. Let's leave that hanging. That'll do the trick for me. Right then. What we need to do that through that, so we need to take that back out. Get it through there nicely. Plug this back in. Honestly, expert level mechanic in here. I mean, one thing I suppose I have to say is a real shout to a bike thing. Who, I mean, don't get me wrong, I would think for some stuff they are not the cheapest, but oh, don't put that there, I'm putting it there. I must say, for some stuff obviously they are not the cheapest, but at the end of the day, the way I see it, they're a business. Somebody's going to tell me you should have used some heat wrap or some heat shrink and a heat gun. I do have a heat gun and I do have some heat wrap, but I really can't be arsed, so I'm not doing it. Oh, you should have wrapped them individually before you put them in like that. That's horrible taping. Well, do you know what, mate? I'm not doing this on your bike. I'm doing this on my bike. So I really couldn't give a flying tip. Kelly Clarkson. Right, last time I remember I had this all coming through and up through there and around there, and I think that was via that kind of like split pin coming out. I managed to get it all through there rather nicely because it was all through the back. That one definitely came through there as well. Let's get that camera out. There's going to be some bits of this that I do just delete and re-add for you guys all later to see. Okay, where is? Okay, so that is behind my heel tech thing. Yes, it is. Wonderful. Yep, and then I had it. This is the awkward thing about filming some of your stuff. I had it all coming up from behind that bit of the headlight, didn't I? I need to get some pliers. Back in a sec. Pliers and a screwdriver. We're back. Screwdriver just in case, but I think I did it with this last time. Yes, I did. Whatever you do, Coops, don't fucking lose that. I did that so I could move this out of the way to get a bit of, there we go. This is where you need to have a small child to help you with things like this. Unfortunately, I don't have that luxury, and I don't ever want that luxury, so get myself a bit. Yeah, there we go. Lovely stuff. Oh, that's all there. Da, 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 da. I suppose, right, well, I mean, while I'm doing this, I might as well talk. So, another side of it, I had, what I did on the last trip was, we basically had the first stop planned, and that was it. The first night where we kind of like, okay, camera B, camera front, cam B. We had the first kind of night booked in, so we had like somewhere to go, and that was obviously in Saint Nazaire. And where is that GPS thing? Where have I put that? There it is. We had that first night booked in Saint Nazaire. And then other than that, all we did, we just said that we were going to kind of like wing it every night and not have anything like booked or planned. Somebody's mowing the lawn. I hope you can just hear me and not that. Yeah, so we had just that booked and nothing else. I'm going to get this on now so it's kind of out of the way. Hope everybody's enjoying the flip-flop action as well, by the way. Also, another shout for a bike thing. They replaced all of my sticky pads for me, which is very nice of them. Probably could have put this on the underside of this so it's not so visible. Or even maybe on the back of that. Oh well, I've done it now, what you can do. Yeah. Let's get rid of that. Right, so that's there. That's all nice and neatly tucked away. That's on, that's on, that's on. Get that all out of the way, and then that is... Right then. Let's start. Fucking... All of that's in there, good. let's get this hooked up and then we can ram it out of the way. Yeah, so we had that first night booked, nothing else. And then we were just basically saying all we were going to do was every night just have a look and kind of see where we wanted to go. The next day we just did it like that, and that worked for me. It might not work for everyone else, and it worked for Kyle, so that's it basically. That was the scope of our trip, and that was how we did it, and it worked an absolute treat. Right, you're going to hear a lot of this, and you might see me running away to go and look at my camera phone, because I made videos when I stripped all this out, because I didn't do that last time, and it fucking was a nightmare finding where all the screws went. So this next bit might cut out, might cut in, but basically all the wiring is in that big bit there, and it fits in there quite nicely. And then I did have my front camera in there, and I just kind of had the wiring like tucked underneath and through, so we might be in and out a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. For now, who knows what's going to happen, we'll see. Ugh. Put no. Right. Okay, that is that in. We don't have the front camera. Yeah, so all we were doing really was just looking every night and just saying, oh, let's go there tomorrow. And then just literally going on booking.com or Airbnb, whatever, tickled the pickle in terms of pricing and like look for what we wanted out of it. And we literally just did that, and it worked for the both of us quite well. So, and that was it. I think in terms of costing, we weren't kicking the arse out of places we were staying or anything like that really. So I'm just going to keep moving the camera angle because I'm quite aware of the angling. Right, should I get that up in there? I'm going to get that up in there. And then hopefully that runs in and underneath the headlight nicely. With that behind it. Oh, yes, good fit. So good fit. Still got to get all the other stuff in after this, but I'm happy with that fit. Okay, so these are going in now. And yeah, I think some places are obviously, this angle is going to be horrendous, so don't watch too closely. I don't know what these are called, but what I've called them for the purpose of my video is 2 outside long ones and 2 inside short ones. I will get this off and I will show you exactly what I mean. So there's 2 rubber kind of grommets in there. That's the ones that the 2 long bits go on, and then the 2 shorter ones go in there. The ones that I kind of had before that were going in are these 2 there, and they kind of hold the beak kind of into it. I wonder if I leave that there, if it's going to move and slide off. We'll find out in a second, won't we? But at least then I suppose you can see a little bit. I'm not even going to bother trying to thread this bit in. That one's in. I reckon what I am going to do is I'm going to get a Torx handle, because I would like to make it a little bit easier rather than destroying everything. I don't even know what that angle looks like. I bet it just looks like you can actually just see my arm, and probably the underside of my double chin, and you can probably see the lovely little DJI neck collar that I have. I could go back in the garage here and get a really long extension and a ratchet, but I can't be fucked. So a little comment here from myself is that these were probably one of the greatest purchases I made, and I had these when I had my GS, but it was mostly because of my old mountain bike, and it's these Halford's fucking Torx handle things, and they are so good, and I would massively recommend them. By the way, when you hear things like that, when you're screwing things in like that, that noise, that is literally, clip that fucker back in, that is literally the clutch on this. That is not me over talking it. Like, look, I can't hold that. I haven't got enough fucking man. I haven't got enough man. No, I don't. That was the clutch on it, basically. That's not me over tightening it or any of that shit like that. Lovely. Right. Yeah, this definitely needs to go in first. Yeah, so he does, like, if anybody watches any of Matt Armstrong's stuff on YouTube, or if you don't, watch it. Massively recommend. He basically takes like crash damaged like supercars and stuff like that, and then basically like puts them all back to roadworthiness and like full strength. Just so I'm sanitising myself here. Okay, go up a bit. Also, this isn't an impact, this is just a screwdriver. Calm down. Lovely. Yeah, all of his stuff is like, he gets like supercars and stuff, and then basically like rebuilds them like after they've been like crash damaged. So this one's, oh, you bell end. And this is the problem. I wouldn't say this is the problem of talking on camera, because I probably would have done this anyway and forgotten, but at least it's not a massive one. I know where everything goes now. This bit makes me nervous because it gets a bit thinner there. That one was what I was meant to put in. It's okay, we'll just do the same on the other side. Nice and quick, nice and easy. Well done for noticing. So that was it. Nice and quick, nice and easy. Well done for noticing now and saving your bacon. Now, where have I put the screw for it? It's in my pocket. Right, we're back. Okay, we're back doing. Oh no! I need to remagnetise them because it's pretty annoying when the bits fall. This is going to be exactly the same the other side, where I have decided that I fucking didn't want to put the screws back in for that. Hopefully I haven't screwed that in. I have. Let's see if this fits in properly. Yes, it does. Don't drop it. Haven't dropped it. Good. And then that screw. Hopefully that doesn't fall. Goes in here. Fucking screw. Lovely stuff. I literally bought this thing for the sole purpose of like taking apart these things, because it is an absolute nightmare doing this sometimes. And I've not got, oh by the way, really good spot on an XR for a puncture repair kit, and that's where I keep mine. Right, so let's see. This one is a bit of a nightmare from what I remember from when I stripped this all out. Make sure that's lined up properly. That's in nicely, and then this is a bit of a fuck around to get in and get the fit right, because of the way that lines on that, but there are clips there, aren't they? So I think what I did last time, I just had this, didn't I? Because this helped me get it in and out as well. There we go, job's a fish. And then this was too long, so I ended up using a proper fucking, there we go. And then this is faff. And I'm absolutely amazed that I've got no screws left over. That's probably the best part about all this. Right, let's make sure we are still working. Keys are over here. Let's get that out of the way. I don't need that anymore. Do both cameras still work? Oh, yes they do. Front one's good, back one's good. Excellent. Let's switch that off. Right then, rest of this back together. Oh, more music. Right. Rest of this back together. This has probably been an incredibly boring video. And I wonder how I've managed to make it look at this point, to be honest. I've got that running through there, I've got that there. I'm going to cable tie those in a minute, sort that out properly. Lovely, and what I have done is left those screws out for some fucking reason. And then I've left those collars in there, yeah, that's why I've done that. So it's been a while since I've had this thing apart. Had this thing apart? Yeah, that's good England, isn't it? Make sure those clips are nicely in. Yeah, they are, cool. Right, next up, tank bag ring. And I remember doing this. I didn't have that, did I? I was using all the Allen bits. Do I remember the sizes of them? Do I fuck? Hence why I now have this. I think the whole time I've been using this, right, I've been calling it a Givy or Jivy SW Motec ring. It is not. I think I've been calling it, sorry. There we go, that's right, isn't it? I think I've been calling it a Jivy or a Givy tank bag ring. And it isn't. It's an SW Motec one. So, I'm sorry SW Motec for the false advertising. Please don't report me and get me cancelled. I mean, to be honest, it's probably not a bad thing, really, is it? At this stage, you should definitely be Loctite in these. Probably should, and to be fair, I normally do. Just want to make that clear. That is the clutch. That is not me over talking it, cross-threading it, or any of that fucking wank. Look at the magnets on that. It literally just pulled that out of there. Next bit. Can't wait for all the comments on this. Why have you done it like that? Why have you done it like this? Well, thanks for the advice. If it's good advice, I don't mind, but half the time it's fucking stupid advice. Make sure this opens and closes. Keys. I should just leave the keys here, shouldn't I? But lovely, we're happy. Right, that is it, done. Screen to go on. Should I do that now? Yeah, let's do it now, while we're still recording. And then, all done. Now I can put everything away. I've got my seat back on. Wunderlich seat, sponsored by my feet. Hopefully this all fits, works, and goes together okay. We'll find out in a minute, won't we? Lovely, job's a fish. Right, that was me putting the Chigee back on, and I'll tidy this up. Goodbye for now. Pleasure for watching.